The perfect time for you to chase your goals will never come. You need to understand that sometimes we believe or we wait, we prepare ourselves for the time that something is going to approach us. Sometimes we feel like I'm destined to become this person, so it's meant to come. I used to think that so much. And I remember there was a time where, before I started the whole social media, even when I started the gym, there's been many occasions where I used to think something will come to me and it has to be it. Because I used to believe, I used to see it, and I used to feel it. I used to say, this is meant for me. And I used to get so upset, and I used to be like so angry, and I used to think, why is it not coming yet? Like, why has it not come? And you need to understand that the perfect time will never come. The thing that you want will never come to you. You have to go to it. It was the same thing when I started the gym. I wanted to change my physique. I was tired of the way I was looking. I was very insecure. And I was like, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. I'll go to the gym 1 or 2 days. But I didn't really believe it because I said, this is going to come. So you start to expect it. You start to expect, but expectation is a reality, is a killer of reality. Because once you expect, you think it's meant to be that way. And what I decided to do is something that you need to decide to do. You need to realize that that thing that you want is not going to come to you, but you have to go to it. And that's what I started to do. And how do you do that? You need to find a structure, you need to find a plan, something that's going to help you to get to where you want to get to. And that's what I've done. So that's why alignment is super important. Let me explain to you what alignment is. Alignment is when you have a purpose, your thoughts and your actions are aligned all together, and that creates the outcome that you want. It's inevitable. Once you are aligned, you get to your destination whether you like it or not. It's a byproduct. I want you guys to imagine a pipe, and water goes down this pipe. So alignment is when all of these pipes are together with your purpose, your thoughts, and your actions. Whenever you do something, you don't just do something for the sake of doing it. There's a thought process behind it because you constantly think about doing something. When you applied for that job, it's because you constantly thought about it. When you asked your partner to be your partner, or you asked that person that you liked for their number or to be your partner, you thought about it. So that's why they became your partner. That time that you wanted to buy something from a shop, you thought about it and then you bought it. So sometimes you need to be a bit more aware of your actions because there's a thought process behind your action. So that's what led you to buy it in the first place. And that goes with alignment. So that's why your purpose is that goal, that outcome that you want to achieve. And sometimes we get so overwhelmed because there's so many things that we want to fix that you don't end up fixing anything. And then you have an accumulation, you realize that you need to change it, you realize that actually there's so much more I can offer, and that's why you stay stuck in that rut because you're thinking, I know I'm so much more, so why am I not more? Because you're not doing anything about it. So the way you do it about it is finding your purpose. What is the outcome that I want? Tackle it one by one. You will always have problems. You need to prioritize your problems. What problem am I going to solve first? Which one's the main issue that I have now? Let me fix it. Then the next one. Because even while you start fixing these problems, other problems will come. And that's the thing, you need to learn how to deal with these problems because problems are actually a gift. Problems are the things that are going to help you. Problems are going to help you grow. There's a cliche saying, and it's cliche for a reason. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And everything is a lesson. You never fail. Fail is a decision that you make. When something comes to you, something happens, and you fail, that is up to you to decide whether you fail or that's a temporary defeat. Because you either win, you learn, you never fail. You decide that. So now that you have your purpose, let me give you my example. My purpose, I wanted to put on muscle. I was insecure, I was tired, and I said to myself, this is going to change the way I am because there's a lot of benefits of me changing my physique. I was building confidence, I thought more about myself, I was more assertive, and there was a lot of pros that came with changing my physique. So I said to myself, let me change my physique first. That's number one on the list. Then there's a lot of problems as you go along. So now you have your purpose, and then how do I train? What do I eat? How do I start? All of these questions, and that's a good thing because now you have to answer these questions. Many people just want the outcome without thinking about what do I have to do, and that's where you think it's just going to come to you. No, that's where your thought comes in. You start to think about, how am I going to fix this? How am I going to do this? What do I need to do? So you start to educate yourself in the field that you need to, because that's the person you want to become. That's where it is not about appearing and acquiring, it's about being and becoming, because once you start to do this research, you become the person that knows all this information to then act. Now that you know what you have to do, your conscience will be telling you constantly that this is what you have to do for your purpose, be in constant alignment, and you take action. So next time, for example, you go out to eat, or you get offered to drink, or you get offered to eat junk food, Because your purpose is to build this physique, your conscience is a notification of self-preservation, and it tells you, yo buddy, you shouldn't be eating this because you know that your purpose is to get in shape. This isn't going to benefit you and you're going to regret it after. What do you decide to do? That's where it takes place. That's where action, self-discipline, self-mastery comes in. Because when you make the right decisions, that's a win, and it gets you closer to where you want to be. Imagine who you are now. This person is who you are now. And this person is created by all your negative habits that you had. And now you want to change and become the person that you want with your purpose, the one with the physique. So now you're slowly changing your habits. You're letting go of old habits to become the new person. So your notification, your conscience is telling you, this is what you have to do to become here. And that's why you don't even realize you become this person, because it's a gradual process. That's why it says fall in love with the process, not the result. Because if you're so fixated on the result, you'll never achieve it. Because once you don't get it, because you're saying, why am I not this yet? You're not focused on maintaining it, on being the person. That's why you need to focus on the process, not on just the end result. And that's why the perfect time will never come. You need to focus mostly on that, mostly on how am I gonna get to this place. And I remember when I started going to the gym, this was going along, and I didn't have the best support. Whenever I wanted to go to the gym, I was tired. Instead of my family saying to me, yeah, you should go to the gym, this is what you want to do, they were saying, no, you got to rest, you got to do this. But you need to understand that most of the time your friends and your family are not telling you this out of spite or just to do harm to you. They do it to protect you because that's all they know. I want you to imagine a glass of water with, I don't know, drops of I don't know, food coloring. Imagine a food coloring being information. Imagine it's got red food coloring, okay? So all the information they know is red food coloring, red food coloring, red food coloring. And they pour that information into your cup. You have a blank cup of water. So what they transfer is going to be red. It's always going to be what they know. But you want the blue. The blue is that new knowledge that you want, that new information that you have. You want to become something that your family or your friends don't know about because they have never done it. So you can never expect the red water that they put in your cup, the things that they know that they give you, it will never be blue. It will never be the information that you want because they don't know about it. So they tell you what they want you to know because it's out of protection. They tell you, this is what I think you should do, which is why your environment is super important. You need to be surrounded by people that are on the same journey that can guide you. And instead of your family telling you, you're crazy, you should do this because it comes out of love, then they tell you, you're doing this, you should do that, do better. That's the difference. So that's why your environment is super crucial. They say, tell me who you walk with and I'll tell you who you are. And at the end of the day, you need to understand that everything that they have, those attributes, they all pass on to you. So that's the importance of making sure that you go and chase what you want. Being in alignment with what you want, purpose, thoughts and actions to get to where you want to be. Don't wait for it to come. Start now. You're one decision away. That decision starts today. You tell yourself, I want to do this. Prioritize your problems and act. Action is the most important thing. You never fail. It's temporary defeat. You decide whether it's failure, if you stop, and it's a win or a lesson. Make sure you continue. Make sure you choose your environment. If you want to take this a step further and you want my help to help you create, there's a lot of noise, to help you create your strongest self, DM me 100 on Instagram and we'll get you on your journey to become your strongest self. Let's